So when I thought about this question, it's not really that I had a singular misconception, but I actually just had general ignorance about other faiths, or other Protestant faiths, or Muslim faith, Jewish faith, things like that. I grew up Methodist. I've always been in a Methodist bubble. I did go to a Presbyterian vacation Bible school as a child, but it really wasn't that different from the Bible school we had at my church, at least not that I know of. The songs were catchy and all that. So for me, it's just, in having these partnerships like we have with Freehold Clergy Association, just getting to know people of other faith traditions, having these chances to be in discussion has really just opened things up to me. Last week we had our Freehold Clergy Association at the Dibra Community, and they talked to us about Eid. And that celebration, we celebrated together, had some of your delicious food, was embraced with the warm hospitality of your community. And for me, that was all very new. That was a new experience for me, but it was a great experience. And it was great to meet Omer. We're neighbors across the street. Our churches are facing each other, and getting to know our neighbors. And so I really appreciate groups like we have. I've been part of clergy associations before, and it's really just an homogenous group that gathers to eat breakfast and complain about what's going on in the community. But we actually have a group here that meets together, that we focus on what we have, what we share together, what we can do to help our communities, and also learn from one another as well. And so I really, being my first year here in Freehold and a part of this group, I really appreciate what the Freehold Clergy Association does to help us clear up misconceptions, but also how we can work together and really do great work in the name of the Lord, whoever we call God, but do that great work as a community. And so I'm really glad to be a part of this group.
Okay, so I think I'm just old enough to have grown up in the era where our different denominations and different religious traditions spent more time talking about how the other group gets it wrong. We were very focused on why we were righteous and why others weren't. And as I drifted away from church in my 20s, that was definitely something that was on my mind. That, boy, that just doesn't square with what I'm reading in the scriptures. And when I went back to seminary later in life, I realized that I was going to need to start to find the good in the people who I still didn't completely agree with in my own classes. And though it was a seminary affiliated with the Presbyterian Church, we had Baptists and Methodists and people from all sorts of different denominations. We had a lot of African American Baptist traditions represented there. I had one classmate named Anita who said she was Baptist Presbyterian. and we would all end up having pulpit supply jobs in all sorts of different traditions. So I think I was opened up to it, but what is so great about this particular clergy association is the breadth of religious traditions that are represented here. Yes, if I want to know something about Methodism that I don't know, I could go to Wikipedia, but I could also go to Wikipedia. And if I have questions, I can talk to someone who I already know is committed to working on dealing with issues in the Freehold community. And what is great about this clergy association in particular is we focus on what we have in common, and we build out from there. And so we have relationships. So I think what's so great is that we have the opportunity to engage with people from so many different traditions and ask the questions directly and have some. And we practice what we preach because we're doing this right now and discussing it with all of you. So that's perfect.
Okay, so I will mention my personal misconception about my life about something else. In 2006, me and my wife, I have just one, so I don't have so it's enough. We thought that a lot of people from our community, like these guys here, the rich guys, like that, when they were coming back to our country, they were spending money like crazy. And we thought, wow, let's go to USA, and I guess within the first week we can be rich. And we can work just 2 years and just go back and we have a lot of money. We did a lot of calculation and we were saving almost $500,000 within 2-3 years. So according to our math. And my wife is a high school math teacher. So she knows math. When we came here, what was money, Father said, God knows. But you know what? I think that I am rich because I know my community, and every day I'm richer because I know you guys. And 2-3 years ago I came in Norwich, and I'm richer because I know Father Sam, I know Jen, and I know Father John and the other neighbor, and I know all of you. Prophet Muhammad said that if you wake up at the morning and you are still alive, and you have to eat just for that particular day, not for tomorrow, say, thank you, God, because you are the rich one. Because you are alive, and you have to eat for that day. Say, thank you, God. Because I don't know if I'm going to be tomorrow. When Abraham, he spoke to his God, which is the same God that I believe, that you guys believe, and that all of the humanity believes. There was an old man passing by Abraham, and he was tired. And he said, yeah, Abraham, give me some food. And Prophet Abraham said, do you believe in the God that I believe? That old man said, look, I do not ask you for guidance, I ask you for food. Do you have some food? And Abraham said, no, I will not give you nothing if you don't believe in the God that I believe. And the old man just left. He said, I leave you and your God stay in peace, I will go. When he left, God spoke to Abraham. He said, oh prophet, how old was the old man? Abraham said, you know the best, God, but I think that he was in his 70s. You're right, he said. For 70 years I'm feeding him, and I never asked him to believe in me. And he asked me just one for food, and you ignored me. That's not good. So we are lucky, and we are rich that we have one another. We have to stay together. We have to stick together. Because the differentiation between us, the willing of God. But the first misconception, I'm still trying to clear that up, and I don't know what's going to happen if we're going to be that much rich. But as religiously, believe me, we are the richest ones. So thank you.
It wasn't really a misconception. I grew up in Woolbridge. My father and mother owned a restaurant and a tavern. They were very involved in the business community. And Walbridge is a very diverse neighborhood. So I was blessed to grow up with a lot of different communities and different religious backgrounds. In fact, I knew so much about Judaism, at least I thought I knew a lot about Judaism, that when I was in the 8th grade in a Catholic school, my nickname was Rabbi.
That's a misconception.
No, I think no, because I found religion fascinating, and I always found it fascinating. But at the very first meeting we had in our Three Faiths diet, another program similar to this, except it takes place in our houses of worship. When we were talking about the sacred scripture, and Rabbi Melinda Penkin spoke about the books of the Jewish Bible, which for us Christians is the First Testament. And she said, we don't call them the book of Genesis, like we Christians do. We call them by their first few words in the first line of the book. And what that did for me was realize that when the Holy Father issues an encyclical, there's no title to it. The title of each encyclical is the first line of the document. So when, and that's encyclicals, that's apostolic exhortations, whatever. And I realized then that this tradition that has been kept in Rome by the popes really goes all the way back to how our elder brothers and sisters identify the books of the Bible. And I just found that very exciting and very connected. Also, I've been blessed because I think I'm the oldest clergy here. Okay. Well, in November I will be ordained 35 years. And so I've been blessed with many, we've already asked you how old.
Unless you want to tell us.
I'll be 74 in September. Oh, God.
Okay. You're older than me. Okay. I'm the second oldest. But anyway, I've been blessed to be in a variety of ministeriums, clergy associations, clergy gatherings. But I have to say that I have, and I've enjoyed them all. I've enjoyed working together. I've enjoyed working on different projects and everything. But I especially like the efforts that we have done in this clergy association, the people that I've worked with, the people that I've learned from. Because I truly believe that if we can see ourselves through another's eyes, we will discover a lot about ourselves. And I feel very blessed to have been able to see how others view us as the Catholic Church. And sometimes it's painful, but it always gives a revelation on how much work I continue to need to do and how I challenge my parish to be part of that effort to share who we really are and to break down those barriers. Because, and let's face it, Catholics, we're gathered here, okay? Sometimes we don't know what those other buildings are. We know they're houses of worship, but we don't. I shared one Sunday that I was talking in my first assignment to some of my young adults, and I said, okay, the crop walk is going to start at the Presbyterian Church in Morristown. Now, if any of you have ever been to the Presbyterian Church in Morristown, you know, the old expression, location, 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 magnificent colonial building, right across in the road, not across in the road, a fork in the road. It just stands there in all its glory. Not one of my young adults knew it was the Presbyterian Church. And they said, in fact, one of them said, is that the name of that church? It just had a sign in the front. And trust me, none of these young adults kept their eyes focused straight ahead when we drove. I drove with all of them, trust me. So I think we need to break out of our Catholic ghetto and see what the rest of the world is doing so that we can also show what we're about. So, thank you.
One of the misconceptions I have, and my fellow coaches don't talk too long. One of the misconceptions and one of the growth process in being exposed, as Pentecostals, we're very strong in teaching on the importance of God's anointing. And the anointing is not only with the speaker, the singer, but that every member needs to have an anointing. But the misconception is that prior to being exposed to other groups, what you do learn is that anointing is of God, but style is of man. And different groups have been taught various styles. They've been brought up in a style. They've been molded in a style. But I've learned, and I made a transition in my early 20s from Judaism to Christianity to becoming a Pentecostal bishop. And styles, that's something that the man has created. And the anointing, though, is of God.
So I want to establish for you very briefly my pedigree as a New England liberal. I went to liberal arts colleges in Vermont. I went to my seminary in Boston. I am well trained in postmodernism and other forms of critical thought. So when I told my friends I wanted to become a minister, they said, why? And the misconception that they labored under was that religion as a social institution was a regressive force in human progress. And the people they were most happy to put up against the wall were our Muslim brothers and sisters and our Catholic brothers, not our Catholic sisters. And the bone of contention was that there was no space in either of those organizations for women. And I have been pleased to report that in my entire experience as a chaplain and as a minister, I have been overwhelmed by the witness and faith and the leadership of women in a variety of roles. Jen pulls this thing together with determination and, well, sometimes more determination in a sense. Chutzpah, yeah, it's a good one. Both of the rabbis that are members of the Clergy Association that attend with regularity are women. The representative of our Clergy Association from the other Islamic community in town is a female teacher. So, to my friends who were good dogmatic liberals who did not see religion as anything but a retrogressive force because of its impact on women, this community has been a rebuke to that particular misconception.
Now we're here from Dave Grunewald from the Reformed Church.
This can be easy, but that's right. So actually, I'm only 5 years behind Father in the ordination years. I just turned 30 years. So I've been learning from my colleagues in ministry for a long time. But actually, the last 5-10 years, I've had more interactions with people of Muslim faith than I had before. I had the opportunity to travel to Turkey with an Islamic group. And so, piggybacking on what Jonathan was saying, he moved over there, is the role of women in the Islamic faith. And so, they wear the headdress, and they don't shake hands with men, but it's all forms of modesty and forms of honoring, not forms of demeaning. And again, it's Dibra is the teacher, the representative from the other Islamic community in town. I mean, she's more knowledgeable about her faith than any of us are, cumulatively, I think, altogether, and about her own things. She has a encyclopedia knowledge that brings strands of thought together in amazing ways, and not only just to slow her down because she's talking so fast and gets so much information across, but just the way that the Islamic faith does honor their women and doesn't demean them or push them down. But some of the things that we look at as different is just their way of honoring women in a different way. And so I've learned to appreciate that about Islam.
Okay, so at this point, I'm going to invite you to write any questions down that you have on the slips of paper that were left on your table, and I'm going to be sending around evaluations. So I'll collect the questions. There are a lot of you, so